Baphuon is a temple in Cambodia. It is located in Angkor, Thom, northwest of Baphuon. Built in the mid-11th century, it is a three-tiered temple mountain, built as the state temple of Udayadityavarman II, dedicated to the Hindu god Shiva. It is the archetype of the Baphuon style, with intricate carvings covering every available surface. The temple adjoins the southern enclosure of the royal palace, and stands 34 meters tall without its tower, which would have made it roughly 50 meters tall. Its appearance apparently impressed Temur Khan's late 13th century envoy Jo Daguan during his visit from 1296 to 1297, who said it was the Tower of Bronze. A truly astonishing spectacle, with more than 10 chambers at its base. In the late 15th century, the Baphuon was converted to a Buddhist temple. A 9-meter-tall by 70-meter-long statue of a reclining Buddha was built on the west side's second level, which probably required the demolition of the 8-meter tower above to supply stones for the statue, thus explaining its current absence. The temple was built on land filled with sand, and due to its immense size, the site was unstable throughout its history. Large portions had probably already collapsed by the time the Buddha was added, surrounded by a wall. The central tower was probably gilded wood, which has not survived. The Terrace of the Elephants is part of the walled city of Angkor Thom. The terrace was used by Angkor's King Jayavarman VII as a platform from which to view his victorious returning army, of which only a few ruins remain. Most of the original structure was made of organic material and has long since disappeared. Most of what remains are the foundation platforms of the complex. The terrace is named for the carvings of elephants on its eastern face. The 350 meters long Terrace of Elephants was used as a giant reviewing stand for public ceremonies, and served as a base for the king's grand audience hall. It has 5 outworks extending towards the central square, 3 in the center and 1 at each end. The middle section of the retaining wall is decorated with life-size Garuda and lions. Towards either end are the 2 parts of the famous parade of elephants, complete with their Khmer mahouts. this temple underwent several important transformations throughout its history. It is believed that its initial construction dates back to the beginning of the 10th century, during the reign of Yasovarman I, although at the beginning of the 11th century, it was converted into the imperial seat of Suryavarman I, and it continued in almost uninterrupted use until the end of the 16th century, date of the abandonment of Angkor by the Khmer. A story from the 12th century states that this sanctuary was used every night by the Khmer king to lie next to a woman with the body of a Naga snake, and endowed with magical powers.